This is going to be a slightly longer video than normal because something I never show you is these small villages I go through. They're very much like old western towns. Notice the dirt either side of the tarmacked road. The tarmacked road is simply the artery that people travel through, but not many stop. You see over there, there's somebody selling flip-flops, and their neighbour, you see in screen now, is also selling flip-flops. They literally have hundreds of them. Directly opposite, there's a couple of people that are selling clothes. And that's fundamentally it, apart from the local market. And these places fascinate me because they haven't changed basically for centuries. And do you see that little corridor there? I'll zoom in for you. Down there is many, many different stalls. And it's all very dark and cramped and mysterious. It's very ancient in its ways. And these places are a joy to visit. But what one also sees going through these small towns is the independent trader. Now, this is an exceedingly common sight. This gentleman has put his little hut up, he's placed a chair and a mirror, and he will cut your hair for maybe $1 or $2. Let's now have a look at a satellite image as to where I am. That blue dot in the centre of screen is me, and to the right there's a green pin. That is the target I'm looking to find, and my goodness, it was so much harder than I ever thought. If we come in a bit closer, there's the blue dot, that's me, and I am amongst a grove of what I guess is fruit trees. And we can look at them now. So from the satellite image to the real world, and this is where I was standing, you know, where that blue dot was, and these are those trees, all beautifully spaced out. The temple is directly in front of me, but where? I don't know. Now there is one trick I like to employ when walking through an environment like this, and that is when you see soft earth, place your foot firmly in it and leave a footprint, especially with fruit groves, because one way looks identical to any other way. Back to the satellite image. There I am, the blue spot, and the temple, as you can see, is directly in front of me. Easy, you may feel. But what is in front of me is a wall of green, a wall of jungle. It is unbelievably difficult to get through. It is full of thorns and brambles and vines. After skirting the perimeter for some time, I noted in the corner was a small alleyway. Can you see it? It's directly in front of you. One must have a very keen eye. There it is. Now, this has obviously been made by man. A farmer has been through here. But what you don't see is on all these leaves are these red ants. And they will come back to haunt me later because they are unbelievably vicious. And you've got to be careful because right here is a big ditch. Fall in that and you could easily break your ankle. So caution is always the watchword. We push through and there is yet more of the greenery. The temple is directly in front. I've decided just to push through because there's absolutely no path. Now what there is though is this big ditch that I almost fell into, which isn't beneficial because my damn foot hurts from my accident last week. And this is what one gets. I mean, it's just as thick as Ballyho, but there's a temple in here somewhere. The question is, how do I find my way out? Well, I'd better take a compass bearing. I'm now moving in this way, but a few steps on, it's just impenetrable. The amount of red ants in here, the giant ones, is just unbelievable. They just fall on you and immediately bite you. And these bushes here that look innocuous, have a look. Can you see these spikes on there? I hope you're seeing this. Look here, these thorns,
They rip at you every single step. It is a murderous environment. Now I see these tall trees up ahead and I'm guessing he's in there somewhere, but for the life of me, I just can't get to him. And it's the age-old problem. If the thorns and the ants aren't enough, I have to look downwards. It's these damn vines. Look, you see these? They're trip ropes. This one's meshed quite far up, you see, but they're down by my shoes and everywhere else. It's this continuous struggle. I mean, I just took 3 steps without struggling or being bitten or stabbed, and I was elated. It was like going on holiday.
Here I now am, where the blue spot is yet again, and there's literally no way through. It is absolutely impossible. It would take a machete.
It's time to try and get some help. I've heard one of those little mini tractors in the distance, and if you could see, there's people heading towards me. So it's time to get the wallet out, wave some cash, and then hopefully these people will solve a riddle which I am unable to work out myself. Oh, it's a lady and 3 kids, I believe. So two big S, yeah, 2 S. Okay. Right, as we leave the young ladies behind, what I've worked out is what they're saying, and that obviously wasn't all the conversation, is nobody's going to go in there because this is the residence of 2 particularly large and venomous snakes. I've oddly also offered another guy money to take me to this temple. When I got off the bike, I spotted a farmer in the field and he said no.
I searched on for some time by myself, but there was just no way through. So I filmed the ending of the show, intending to return later. But don't hang up yet. Don't stop watching, because I get the most incredible stroke of luck.
Now this is the temple that has beaten me. And when I tell you this is festooned with giant red ants, I'm honestly not kidding you. They're all over me. I have never ever been bitten like this. I'm looking at the camera and it's crawling with these giant red ants. And if that is not bad enough, this wall of jungle is impenetrable. It really is, because all this, is spikes. All of it is spikes. It's like barbed wire. I'm not making these up. These are damn huge. They're absolutely everywhere. My theory is what they do is they feel the footprints, the tremors in the ground, and then they come towards you because they're just literally everywhere. On this occasion, for the first time, I know there's a temple in there, but I couldn't get to it. So what's my plan? To retreat and then wait for the dry season. And then I'll be back, because just maybe I'll be able to see a bit clearer, and just maybe I'll find someone who'll be able to walk me in here, regardless of the potential truth or myth of the 2 giant venomous red snakes. Sorry, the 2 giant venomous snakes that live in here. And that is why there's no path in. No local will enter here. But this will stick in my mind. And I'm telling you, I'll be coming back. This is Mr. B, absolutely exhausted, never been so bitten or defeated, but it was still an adventure. Ow, Jesus Christ, that was bad. Please like, subscribe, and
At this point, I am defeated, but I had my stroke of luck. Heading back to the bike through the orchard grove and down the muddy road, I found a farmer, and waving money at him and pointing and saying prasat, prasat, he understood what I wanted. And in the next clip, you'll see how difficult it is to get through this jungle environment. And it is only a fool that would enter alone, because if you get injured, that will be your final resting place.
in we go. This is unforgivable. Okay, this guy lives here, so I feel safe. Oh yeah, okay, he's holding up a unbelievably thorny branch, which is jolly nice of him. Oh golly, go. Every step, another vine trips you. That's why when I progress, it's so damn slow. Nobody, and I mean nobody, comes to this temple, and not even the locals, due to the tale of the giant snakes that dwell within. Holy moly. This is one I will never, oh gosh, forget. Oh wow. I'm just so staggered. Nobody ever comes here. Right, let me save some battery because I am running low on cap. Ow! Ah, jeez. Just got hit in the eye that time. We've just pushed through the undergrowth and it appears. Oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. I'm so pleased. Right, let me get my bearings and explain to this guy he ain't going nowhere, because Lord knows how I'm to get out of here. Oh, geez. Right, what a find. What a find. Right, the gentleman is pushing on again. I guess. Oh, I'm stuck in vines. God, there we go. I guess he's taking me to an entrance of some sort. But look at this vast, beautiful tree that stands here. Man, I ain't ever. Ow! Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Right, here we go. This is real boys' own stuff, isn't it? This is what you do on a Monday afternoon. I'm going to have to put the camera down. I need both my hands to negotiate this. And we push through yet more jungle. And here it is. Look at this. Wow, wow, wow. It doesn't get any better. There is. Ow. A doorway. Good Lord. This is literally like walking in an episode of Tintin. I am in proper pain. My leg is killing me from last week's accident. Ah, come on. Bah, and I'm a bitten savage. Ow. Right, I have to bend down. I can't see. You can see more than I can at the minute because that's a low doorway. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Right. Be careful, Mr. B. There's these... I'm going to have to turn off the camera because I don't want a repeat of last week where I really did hurt myself. So here it is. A temple I thought I would never see. And if you notice here is an old bit of decoration. It turns out that somebody has been here. Not in the most recent of times, but maybe at a religious festival a few months back, there was a large one. I have rarely been so beaten up by a temple. But my God, what you're not seeing on the camera here is this central main temple, and then there's another one just there, and there's a third similar to that just there. So we're going to have a quick look around and then we're going to move on because the guide is staying with me because there's no way I would get out of here on my own with any level of safety. I've made that mistake before. And from this main central temple, I've just had a look around the corner and my goodness, I've only seen this once before and it remains one of my favourite temples. And through perseverance, I'm seeing it again. Look. there's more than I thought. I thought this brick building was on its own. But look, there's another doorway. I'm coming back to this place when it's dry season and I've got a better chance. I mean, just wow. And the size of this lintel is just massive. How is this place forgotten? Oh my God. I never over amplify what I'm feeling. I'm not into clicks. I don't even monetize my channel. But my God, I promise you, I will never lie to you. I will never make up what I feel or what I say or how I express myself. And this place is simply awe-inspiring. Let's move back on out again. My camera is low on battery. I do have a backup one, but I can't keep this guy waiting because I've taken him away from his day's work. So let's have a look at this other temple on the side here. There's a hole in the front where some artwork has been looted, and if I just push the camera over at arm's length, there you go. I can't bend down. Usually I crawl in, but I just can't. I've damaged my leg so badly. Have a look here. See this ornate brickwork going up and round? This was once a mighty temple. This was something of some note. But now it is all alone. Look, it is just phenomenal. Good God, it's a shame. There's always dogs with farmers, always. Now I don't know if I can get in there. I'm going to come back to that to last because there's another temple over here. Let's have a look. Look at it. Let's take a moment. Wow. No wonder this is so difficult to find. And again, let's look through once where there was artwork and we see nothing. There's, apart from what we saw earlier, there's barely any offerings. And there's an enormous spider's web there. But let's move to the side of him. Oh my God, can you see him? He's just there. He's absolutely huge. He's about the size of the palm of your hand, and I'm not going to upset him. Not because I'm afraid of him, because it's just wrong to destroy his wonderful work. So here we are outside the central temple, and the words of my doctor in England are now resonating in my ears. Take it easy on your damaged right foot, Mr. B. You should not be stressing it. Yeah, Doc, sorry about this. I do apologise. This is tiny, this gap. I will literally have to go on my stomach to get through it. And I sincerely hope, let's chuck a rock through or two, because if there's a cobra in here and it raises its head, I'm simply dead. But, oh gosh. Okay, microphone off, my shirt, push that forward. I literally am on my stomach. I'm going to get terribly dirty. Oh my God, come on. Get through, B, get through. Holy cow. Here we go. It's literally inch by inch stuff. Moving the microphone. Come on, I'm stuck. Come on, B. Hold on, I have to lay my leg down. There we go. Come on. Right, okay. Hello, Mr. Spider. We're through. Oh my God. Oh wow. I'm now in this small room, all by myself. There's walls on both sides, and it's down here I need to look next. Let's chuck another stone. Any hissing sounds? One more stone. No hissing sounds. Now let's see if I can get my other phone out my pocket. Holy moly, this is amazing. Come on, phone. Here we go. Right. That is torch on. Ow, my leg is killing me. Ow. 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 Right. There's not a lot to see. Once here was a god. There was a statue. Can you see that hole in the base? And then we've got the wall up the back and to the sides there. Well, there once was a god. Okay, I forgot my microphone. It's on the floor. Come on, turn this off. Okay. Right, there we go. My microphone's back. I'll just have to re-edit that bit. Oh, wow. I need to get out of here. I'm in proper pain. And I'm sweating like a pig. Right, here we go again. This is tiny, this hole. It really is. Ow. Come on, B. Right, it's down literally onto our stomachs. That's why I have to take the microphone off. You can see my hat on my tripod. It's one foot, it's one hand, and then the other foot, then the other hand, and that's how you get through. Holy cow. Oh, God. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Right. Oh. So there it is. I honestly, and I mean this, I could cry. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I persevered. And I'm so happy that I bumped into this last guy just at the end who was willing to bring me in. And look, people, this lays in a jungle environment and ain't nobody comes here. I'm covered in mud. My foot is killing me. Sorry, doctor. But what can you do with this life? Let me show you one last thing to give you an idea as to scale. I'm going to stand back here. Look at the size of this piece of stone. It goes just beyond the lens there. And it's thick as well. This is a Herculean task to build this. This was something of great love, of great passion, of great importance. And now it rots in the jungle, pretty much for the satisfaction of one man in a hat that's been ravaged by ants. What a day. I'm coming back here because now I know it's here, I will battle again, and I will do it better justice by spending more time. As always, this has been Mr. B, Forgotten Temples, and as always, I wish you absolutely nothing but the very best. And again, if you could drop a few coins my way to help me build this library of ancient forgotten temples, then and I'm sure the gods would be truly grateful. The address is the same as always. It's www.patreon.com/temples. Until next time, you take nothing but the best of care. I'll see you again. And this is the way home. What a day. What a temple. But above all, what a life.
One last afterthought. The reason I'm grunting and groaning so much is because I fell off a temple a couple of weeks prior and my foot is still swollen and very painful. But notice the guide in front of me. Notice how he drags his leg. And the reason I believe he's doing that is because it was blown off with a landmine. It's not just ants, you know. There's other dangers as well.